Okay, here's how I do my strap. This is an adjustable strap for this little mini backpack. Its intentions are for children, I imagine. I don't know really. But the strap is 48 inches long. I'm doing a 1 inch wide strap. So it is 4 inches wide. Whoops, this is my back side. Ignore that. This is a stretchy vinyl from My Punk Embroidery. It's like whipped avocado. Because it's stretchy and I'm using it for a backpack, I took some Wovenfuse from Got Interfacing and I interfaced a 2 inch strip in the center of my 4 inch strip. Okay, so what I do first is mark a line down the center. Okay. So I'm going to make a line down the center, all the way down my strap. Okay. Just kidding. I've got 1/4 inch double-sided tape from waywack.com or Wowack. I don't know. I've got crud all over it. I'm sure many of you do if you have this. So I'm going to take my 1/4 inch double-sided tape and lay it on the line I just drew. You can absolutely wing this. I've done both. There's especially with this vinyl, since it's got like a fuzzy backing, the double-sided tape doesn't really like the backing, so it doesn't stick very well. So there's really not a reason for me to use the double-sided tape on this particular vinyl. But I will. I am. Okay, I've peeled it off about, I don't know, halfway or so. And we're going to take the side closest to us and fold it up to meet our center line. And I like to finger press it while coming across and just dragging my fingers to finger press the folded edge, and to also drag my fingers across the taped area so the vinyl will adhere better. But as you can see, it just does not like this fuzzy backed vinyl. I thought I was going to get away with it, but okay, so we'll come back to where we were, get a few inches down, and clip it. Hold on. Okay, maybe in just a second you'll have to hold on. Sounds like the mailman's gonna be here, which is really early for my mailman. Okay, we pulled off the double-sided tape the rest of the way, and we will finish this up. And you want to be careful with a stretchy vinyl that you're not actually stretching the vinyl. Okay, we're going to flip our vinyl over. This is what I do. Up to you. And then we're going to do the same thing. We're going to fold our edges in to meet the center. I do not leave a little bit of space so it can fold over nicer or anything. I've not had any issues with that. I do know that some people do leave a little bit of a gap, like less than 1/8 of an inch. Feel free to. This is the last of my rainbow clips here. So I'm going to take the other side of the clip and just push it down more. They have long necks, so they can reach the other side of this 2-inch strap. Okay. And I don't need it to reach that side for very long. Because for the next part, what do you want? Okay, you can cut it out if you want. So now we're gonna, sorry, I got ahead of myself here. We're gonna just fold this in half here. And we're gonna put your clip back on. Oops. Okay, so now any kind of stretchiness of the vinyl is hidden inside this strap, so you don't have to worry about the rest of it, any of it stretching, because we have that interfacing on the outside, or on the outside parts of the strap. Okay, so now we'll stitch. So I'm going to use a 5-stitch length on my industrial machine here. I use a Tex 90 right now. This white is Tex 90. And I've got, I want to say this is an 80 needle. Just kidding, it's an 18 needle. Okay, so I stitch my open side first. So what I do is I take my completed strap, or I real quick fold my other strap up till it's like the 4 layers thick, just like this is. And I'm gonna lay this on the back side of my foot. And this is going to act as like a hump jumper for me. So we'll put the needle down. My vinyl is a little bit too far away from the beginning here where I wanted it. So we just move it a little bit closer. Whoop. That's why you need the hump jumper, so you don't stitch 20 times in the same spot. Okay. Now I'm using the inside of my zipper foot here. The inside, let's see. The inside of my zipper foot as a guide. Hopefully you can see that all right. For this piece. Perfect. Okay, so the inside of my zipper foot's my guide. That's my 1/8 inch seam allowance. I should have checked my bobbin because I don't think I have enough to complete this strap. Okay, I'm just lining up my edge here, making sure these 2 folded edges meet. and there's no overhang. Yeah, see, I knew it. This is why you check your bobbin first. But this is okay. So I'm not gonna rip out my stitching or anything wild like that, because who wants to do that? Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make some pretty long tails here. I'm going to start stitching again, 2 stitches back from where I left off. I'm gonna put my needle in the hole I made. I'm gonna pull those threads to the back, and we're just gonna keep sewing. I am not back stitching here. Just want to keep moving your strap if you have to make sure that it's still lined up. You want those 2 folded edges to meet. You don't want one side longer than the other side or anything like that. I'm just going to leave jump threads, and we're going to come and sew on this side now. Again, you want to take the other end of your strap here and butt it up to the beginning of your strap. Now for this side, I can just hold my fingers here and guide my the rest of my strap in. I usually don't even bother backstitching on my straps, because you're gonna sew it or something like that anyways. I am gonna trim my thread. Then we will come to the where I left my threads long. Okay, this is my top side. So I'm going to grab my really long thread, and I'm going to, on the bottom side, and I'm going to pull it. And it's created a small loop right here. I'm going to take your seam ripper and pull that loop. Try not to rip that thread. So you've got your 2 long threads on the back now, and we're going to tie that off. We're going to double knot it. And just like the beginning of tying a shoe, we're going to do that twice. And you want to pull your thread tight. Then you trim all your threads. You can use a thread zapper here. I like to use a lighter just to burn the ends a little bit, but you got to be very careful so your strap doesn't melt. But here's where our tied part is, right there. But unless you're really looking for it, after I burn it, you won't be able to see it. And here's the opposite side, the top side. I think this is a piece of thread right there. It is. But that's the strap. Then let me make sure she's doing this the same way. Okay, we're putting it on the slider first. Sure. So we're going to take our slider, come up and back down. Oops. She's using fabric. I'm using vinyl. This won't fray. So all I'm going to do is fold it over an inch. And I'm going to clip it. Okay, so it's like this now. We got it just through that center bar only, and it's folded an inch. I sew this part, sorry, with the folded edge of the vinyl up so I can get close. I pull my slider away from the vinyl, and then I put my zipper foot right up next to my hardware. They're touching. I'm going to use a 4 stitch length and sew across and then back. You can add not a swivel clip. Oh, a rivet. You can add a rivet right there if you would like. Next, we're going to take the swivel lobster clasp, and we're going to slide it on with the wrong side facing up. So it'll be like this. This is the right side and the wrong side. Okay. Then we'll take the raw edge we still have left. We're going to come up through the one side of the slider, pull it tight down to the other side. Okay. It doesn't have to be super tight, but Then you want to take the raw edge still and come down the other end. So then you have this loose swivel lobster. Here's your strap, slider, and then we have this raw edge still. So we'll take our other swivel clip. Make sure we put it on with the same side. You want it all to be facing the same direction. So this is the right side of the strap, and here's the wrong side of the strap. See my raw edges? They're all facing in here. Okay. So again, we're going to fold this an inch. And we'll do the same thing on this side. I've got my folded edge facing up at me. I can see the raw edge of my vinyl. I'm pretty close to my swivel clip. We're going to sew all the way across and back. I like to stay in between my stitch lines. Again, you can add a rivet here if you would like. I'm not going to add the rivets just because I don't want to. This is one strap for our backpack now. Okay. If you wanted to as well to add a more finished look, you could put a strap end on here as well. But this is for a backpack, so I'm not that worried about it.